call the meeting to order. Today is June 26, Monday, at the City Chamber Council. This is a Health and Safety Committee meeting. Minutes from previous meeting, consider placing those on file from May 22nd, 2023.
I'll make a motion to place the minutes on file.
And I'll second it.
Mike, are you on?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those meeting minutes are on file. Nuisance complaints, Mr. Ashbeck, report on there one incident.
There's only the one, and that's been going on for a long time, and we're finally, it's in Tom's office right now for prosecution. He's had enough warnings and enough opportunity. He does enough to satisfy us for, and then the next month later, it's worse again. It's in Tom's office now.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
See you.
Okay.
Really? Kids, they're all there.
Discuss and consider putting the vouchers on file. Any discussion on the vouchers?
I'll make a motion to approve the vouchers.
I'll second it. I have no questions on it.
You know, I had one, but it wasn't important, or I forgot something.
Okay, all in favor of putting the vouchers on file, say aye.
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 I'll go right
Aye.
there. Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Welcome,
My son.
Mr. Rick. Okay, general agenda items. The first one, consider the change of applicant application from Krist Oil Company, Krist Food Mart, number 88, named Christina Yeager, the agent for Krist Oil Company, Krist Oil Mart, number 88, on 105 South Center Avenue. And Chief of Police says there's no real serious
Yeah, that would
change there.
to be a new manager. Something we struggle with some of the gas stations. We have a lot of employees cycling. So this would be the new manager, and the background's been complete, approved. So,
That's what your alcohol
yeah.
license
Yeah.
combination. Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, I hear a motion. I hear a second to approve licensing to Krist Oil Company. The new agent will be Christina Yeager. All in favor, say aye.
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 Against? And that passes. Number 2, Northwoods Maple and More is not renewing their liquor license, but will renew their tobacco license for 2023, 2024. This is information only. No action needs to be taken. Number 3, consider a Class B combo license application for Sunset Hollow Ranch to operate Sunset Hollow Wine Bistro and Gifts at 813 East First Street. And this is a new applicant, correct?
This is a new applicant application, new premise. It's a little bit of a different request, but it's still a similar combination license. So, and Stephanie confirmed that with the Department of Revenue. And background's been completed. Obviously, there are no issues.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, Mr. Rick will second. Okay,
Is this the former coffee shop location?
They're right here.
A little further to the.
It's right in the corner.
It's the old antique shop on the corner.
Okay.
okay. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Against? And that passes. Number 4, discuss on lowering the speed limit on County G from 45 to 35 within city limits. This is being brought by the Chief of Police, Chief Bennett. And Chief Bennett, you will have any further comment on?
I received a request from Nancy K. I'll say Nancy K. Regarding that speed limit on the business she works at, has experienced some crashes that end up on their property. And in looking at the history there, and I've printed it out, probably easier to show you on a computer sometime the crash history over the last 10 years. There has been a handful of injury crashes, a lot of property damage. crashes up there. It is a little strange because we don't have a lot of roadways with a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit in the city like that.
So is that roughly
So-
from, Peterson's bus barn down to?
So it's actually 55 from 17 until you hit about,
Church Mutual's driveway.
exactly. And then from there it goes 45 until you hit Memorial Drive, and then it's 25.
Actually, 45 starts past Johnson Street.
That's the first sign that you can see on one direction. But it actually begins right by the driveway of Church Mutual. Technically, we could meter this down to a 35 if we wanted to. But it is our choice what we do. It fits the definition of an outlying area. That's still in the city limits, but the spacing between buildings is such that it meets that definition. So we could meter this down to 35 in the city limits if we chose to. In terms of crashes and the result of crashes, once you hit above that 35-mile-an-hour mark, you start seeing more injuries typically.
Is this the only 45 that we have within the city limits?
We have another small stretch on Pierce Street, just north of Taylor. And again, that would be an outlying. We have a small stretch at 40 on South State Street from, right past Mitchell Nettles going up to Joe Snow. That again is another outline qualified in that definition. And then we do have technically a joint shared stretch from Joe Snow on Highway K until we get to the edge of our limits. It actually is 55 there. But I think that's acceptable there.
And then 64 West is 55 too.
There's that stretch there.
But this has the most incidents, you say?
I haven't compared. I just did a printout of the last 10 years to see what we had up there, given the request, and given their exposure and why they requested it.
And how many crashes were you talking?
Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to count all the dots here, but from the city limits in, we're looking at least, I'd say 15 around that area, or that ended up in that area.
Does that just, I don't know how your statistics are, because it's a great cardio stretch there.
There's plenty of those in there too.
Yeah.
That are property damage. Yeah.
So I mean, just the speed obviously isn't a
Yeah,
factor.
east of Schuster, there is definitely plenty of car dealers.
I mean, I remember when that got expanded out there in the area in front, from running from Center Avenue all the way out was supposed to be 35 miles an hour. And then the former police chief talked them into doing 25 past the high school, but said it would not be strictly enforced.
Does the school zone?
Because the school zone. I don't know what anybody else's feelings are, but I personally drove it today, and I didn't think it was that bad of a stretch. But I'm one of three.
And
No, I kind of agree. It's not bad.
Where would you put the 35 starting?
I think we would, if it were up to
Church
me,
Mutual's driveway there? Or?
if it were up to me, yeah, I would start it there and bring it all the way to the 25.
Okay.
It is a slow, long stretch though.
Yeah.
And the reason I brought it is because the request was due to some
You know, do you
crashes
have
on the
complaints from Merrill
property.
Distributing or Rindell, the companies themselves that are on that stretch?
What's that?
Do you have any issues or complaints from Merrill Distributing or Rindell?
This was an employee of Merrill that brought it to me.
Okay. But no other instances from any other business on that stretch? You know, you're getting more business on that road though too, you know. You have
Hopefully we get more.
You have a tech,
Industrial park.
isn't that a tech place that bought Peterson's bus barn? You got interstate trucking. There's new business that just started up there too.
And that would be the other side of this. We could make a decision that would potentially change things, and we still have to go approach the county about it. It's a shared road. It's not just us.
Yeah, they are in the town of Merrill.
And then we all have to agree on a change and accomplish it.
That's how bad.
I don't have any motions to make.
I guess I'd make a motion to leave it as is.
I'll second your motion.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 All against? Resolution passes. No speed change.
I will pass the word back to the complainant.
Monthly reports, Chief Klug from the docket now.
Back in May, we had a couple different events take place that the fire department was associated with. You can see probably, I think, of noteworthiness would be the $76,000 worth of new firefighter turnout gear. That was part of the Bierman Family Foundation that we received. That equipment did come in, so that was nice. So we're up to speed there again.
How old was the previous?
It was getting reaching the 10-year life expectancy for most.
Life expectancy.
Yep. Some of them were close, so sometimes it's easier to order in bulk, which we did. So the ones that were close or needed it got it. We'll see once final invoices are paid off where we're at, if there's any remaining balance there to be used. But, sorry, time to go.
Yeah.
And then also going back to the Bierman Foundation, we had the photo kite was now permanently installed on top of engine 61, one of the first fire apparatus probably in the state that actually had it mounted on top previously. When we got the new rescue pumper, we were given a portable unit until the final mounted one came in, and that finally came in. So that's been a nice upgrade. Once again, hopefully we don't need to use it, but another tool in the toolbox. I won't bore you with anything else, but happy to take any questions or comments you may have.
Didn't look like anything unusual in your recording in terms of incidences or anything, or outstanding meetings or anything like that.
Nothing unusual is good.
You know, I am, the amount of education that you guys go through and the expense of that, there are some pretty big bills in there that you do have to go to the hospitals, and I understand that. But, and you do have it, have to have that expertise. But, no, I don't see anything, I don't have any further questions. Other than that, Mr. Kaler, you have anything?
I have a lot of questions for Chief Bennett. Hey, Mike, because you're not here, I'll let you know that Bennett got called out, so.
Okay.
Do you want me to put his May report, or, sorry,
Push it
his
back.
report onto the next month?
Yeah.
And I don't think, I don't have
Or
a
you don't have any
question.
Oh,
questions
okay.
on that?
Okay.
Okay.
I think we're good to go.
Okay. I'll take a motion to accept the monthly reports.
I will do
of the fire and police.
I will make such motion.
Second.
Okay, I hear a motion to accept both the fire and police reports for the month of May. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, and now we can establish a date and time for the next meeting. That will be on Monday, July 24th at 5:15 in the Chamber Halls here. Moving on to the next item, public comment. Is there public comment for public safety and health? Second call for public comment. Hearing none, I look for a motion to adjourn.
So made. Sorry, Mike.
And
Second.
Motion and second to adjourn the health and safety meeting for June 26th. Thank you for coming. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on the 25th of July, 24th of July.